Love you.
Hello, good evening everyone. How are you people? And मैं ऐसा मानती हूँ कि आप लोगों ने अपना असाइनमेंट किया होगा. अगर नहीं किया है तो फिर जिस तरह से हम इस जर्नी में आगे जा रहे हैं, यहाँ आपको आउट ऑफ टच फील हो सकता है, या फिर आपको ऐसा भी लग सकता है कि अभी तक तो हमारे लाइफ में कोई भी मैजिक नहीं आया है. मैजिक तभी आएगा जब आप असाइनमेंट करेंगे, और अगर आप असाइनमेंट सिंसियरली नहीं कर रहे हैं तो फिर आप अपने लाइफ में कुछ भी मैजिक नहीं क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. सो just a minute, I'll adjust my camera. Yes, so this journey is about doing our assignments, being very particular about the assignment. अगर आप ये सोच रहे हैं कि लेकिन हम तो सोच रहे हैं ना, हम जब हम सुबह उठते हैं तब हम ग्रेटिट्यूड के बारे में ही सोचते हैं, और हम ग्रेटिट्यूड के बारे में सोचकर ही फिर बेड से बाहर निकलते हैं. ऑलवेज रिमेम्बर, आप जब ग्रेटिट्यूड के बारे में सोचते हैं तब भी आपका जो दिमाग है ना, ये आपको ग्रेटिट्यूड में नहीं रहने देगा. योर माइंड विल मेक श्योर दैट यू विल अगेन स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट द प्रॉब्लम्स और योर टू डू लिस्ट फॉर द होल डे. इसीलिए जो लोग सिर्फ सोचते हैं वो 3 ग्रेटिट्यूड थॉट के ऊपर नहीं सोच पाते हैं, और जो लोग लिखते हैं उनके 10 ग्रेटिट्यूड इजीली हो जाते हैं. ऑब्वियसली माइंड का जो रिवायरिंग है, ब्रेन का रिवायरिंग तभी होगा जब आप कंटिन्यूअसली फॉर सम टाइम, फॉर 5 to 10 minutes, you are focusing on one thought, and that thought which we have taken up for now for a whole month is gratitude. So writing is always more powerful than just thinking about it, because your thoughts can get diverted to many other thoughts of different subjects. तो आज का जो टॉपिक है वो है वर्क्स लाइक मैजिक. सबसे पहली बात, आर यू सिंसियर विद योरसेल्फ? Forget about being sincere and honest with others. The first requirement is being sincere and honest with yourself. If you think that you cannot admit or you cannot tell that to others, that's okay. Ask yourself, am I following all the assignments every day? If yes, then magic is definitely going to happen in your life. And if you think that अभी तक हमने कुछ असाइनमेंट्स किए, 1-2 असाइनमेंट किए, लेकिन फिर बाद में हमने ये सोचा कि बहुत ज्यादा समय नहीं मिल पाता है, सुबह सुबह बहुत जल्दी होती है, सो आई थॉट कि हम थोड़ा सा सोच ही लेते हैं यहाँ. So the more you think about thinking about doing assignments, the more you will be diverted towards disempowering thoughts, because the job of your mind is look for problems and troubles, not to look for grateful things, right? So आज का एक क्वेश्चन है आपके लिए. आप में से हर व्यक्ति कुछ ना कुछ तो काम आप करते ही होंगे. एक तो आप किचन में कुछ काम करते होंगे, या फिर आपका कोई ऑफिस होगा, यू माइट बी हैविंग अ जॉब, बिजनेस, हाउसवर्क और समथिंग. कुछ ना कुछ काम हम सभी करते हैं. तो अभी आपको खुद को एक क्वेश्चन पूछना है, व्हाई डू यू वर्क? आप ये काम क्यों करते हैं? सो आई एम गिविंग यू 5 seconds टू थिंक अबाउट इट, एंड नेक्स्ट 5 seconds टू राइट डाउन इन अ फ्यू वर्ड्स, 2 to 3 वर्ड्स में आपको आपके जर्नल में लिखना है कि आप काम क्यों करते हैं. So your time starts now. 10 seconds from now. Okay. So what comes to your mind when you ask yourself that why do you work? Why do I work? Responsibility, to keep busy and feel happy. Wow, amazing. Any more answers? Why do you work? अगर आप जॉब कर रहे हैं या आप बिजनेस में हैं, तो आई वांट टू आस्क अनदर क्वेश्चन. अगर आप जॉब में हैं तो you might be following a particular time, right? 9 to 5 या 9 to 7, whatever. So आप क्यों जाते हैं? To earn money to fulfill the needs of me and my family. Yes, this is the answer which is true for maximum people in the world. Yes, of course. एक रिसर्च किया गया, उसमें for 1 month or more than 1 month, for 3 months actually, जो भी random people होते हैं ना, there was an interview which was taken of every person who was passing through a path in different cities, and this experiment was conducted for 3 months. Only one question was asked to them, to every person, and this question was, why do you go to work? और ये तभी क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता था जब सुबह सुबह, when they are in a hurry to reach their office or to reach their workplace. So that was the time in between 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And these researchers, they started asking them question, why do you work, why do you go to work? So some people gave the answer, I don't have time to answer this question. And some people just paused for a moment and they started thinking about it, and then they said, because my parents used to work. Then some people say, because if I don't work, I won't be able to make any money. कुछ लोग बोल रहे थे, of course पैसे कमाने के लिए, क्योंकि सब लोग काम करते हैं पैसे कमाने के लिए, तो हमें भी तो करना ही होगा. Then some people say that I earn money to earn money so that I can fulfill the needs of my family. So कुछ लोग कहने लगे, my parents thought that getting educated is a good thing, so they got me educated. Now that I have a degree, I must do something, so I'm working. And my degree asked me to go to a job and earn money. So when the research means when that project was over, the statistical data said that more than 90% people, means you can say 99% of the people, can you believe that 99% of the people said that they were working, means they were in a job or they were in a business or they were working in the kitchen because they want to fulfill someone else's need, or they wanted to earn money, or they were doing it because people in the whole world does that. So what is the difference? Means it is everywhere, everyone goes for work, so I also go for work. This was the answer. Now, in today's chapter, you're going to get a different perspective about work. So what is the perspective? Now, I will ask you all together a different question. You may feel कि ये question तो इससे related ही नहीं है. Why are you asking? You may feel that it is irrelevant, but still, everything is interconnected. So just open your mind and ask this question to yourself. According to, where means what is love? And where do you experience love? अब जैसे ही love ये जो word है, ये सुनने के बाद आपको ऐसा लगता है love means something which is related to spouse, something which is related to parents, something which is related to children. That is love. How is it related to work? Right? But here there is a deep connection. We are born in this world to experience love and joy. I repeat, we are born in this world to experience love and joy. This is the very reason why we get married. We get married not because we want to argue, not because we want to prove that I am right. We marry because we want to experience love and joy. At the same time, we want to give that to other person also. Now, observe all your relationships. The relationships where you experience love and joy, you feel like spending more time with these people. And the relationships, even if they are too close, if you don't experience love and joy, you tend to get repelled by them. आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, because that is the need of your soul. If your soul is not nourished in company of someone, you will not feel like spending time with them. Now, this is about relations, okay? If we start and we keep on looking for love and joy in other people, our expectations may break multiple times, because no person in this world comes without his past experiences, without belief systems, and without certain issues to solve. ऐसा कोई भी इंसान नहीं है. So ऐसा कोई भी इंसान नहीं है जो आपको 100% of the time, every day, every moment love and joy देगा. Correct? Because there will be ups and downs in the relationship, in every relationship. So if love and joy is not present in other people, then why do we have relationships? Why do we work? We work, we choose relationships, and we look for things because we want to experience love and joy. For example, अगर आपको मैंने ये पूछा आपकी हॉबी क्या है, तो आप कहेंगे, कुछ लोग कह सकते हैं आई लाइक टू रीड, आई लाइक टू राइट, आई लाइक टू पेंट. क्यों? आई लाइक टू सिंग, आई लाइक टू डांस, आई लाइक टू एक्सरसाइज. व्हाई? तो जब मैं पेंटिंग करती हूँ ना, तो वो देख के बहुत मजा आता है. अब आई एम नॉट अ पेंटर, so if my friend says that painting gives me joy, my other friend says that गाना गाने से तो मुझे इतना मजा आता है कि, but if I think that अच्छा उसको मजा आता है, इसका मतलब गाना गाने की वजह से मजा आता है, so I will go and join a singing class. I will go and join a painting class, thinking that they are getting so much happiness, that means happiness is there. Let me go, because my soul also is looking for that love and joy, moments of love and joy. Then I go there and try it, and I find out that I am trying to adapt, but I'm not finding that joy that they are finding. Why? Why? Because love, joy, or happiness doesn't lie in singing, doesn't lie in painting, doesn't lie in exercising, doesn't lie in any other thing which is outside you. It is present within you. It is present within you. And this is the reason why we feel good while doing certain activities, because those activities create a spark of love and joy within us. Some people in our life spark that love and joy within us. Some people don't. And so we get along well with certain people, and we don't get along well with certain people. But then our reason of being on this planet Earth is to experience love and joy, so that we can spread the same around the world through our work, through our emotions, through our relationships. This means work you choose is also there, so that it creates a spark of love and joy within you. But in this competitive world, in this civilized society, and in this rat race of earning more money, doing something more, or buying more stuff, we have forgotten that. And we tend to think that we work for money. Money is a byproduct of the work you do. And what is that work? That work which creates that spark of love and joy in you. So now again, you ask that question to yourself. Does your work create a spark of love and joy within you? If yes, then wonderful. You have achieved a very nice milestone in your life. And if not, then there is something you have to think about. अभी आप में से कुछ लोग बोल सकते हैं, अगर हमें हमारा काम पसंद नहीं है, इसका मतलब आपका ये कहना है कि हम जॉब छोड़ दें या काम बदल दें? That is absolutely your choice. If you think that this is absolutely doesn't give me any joy, you can choose to change. लेकिन ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आप सोच रहे हैं आपको उसमें मजा नहीं आ रहा है क्योंकि आप बोरियत में हैं, you're not looking for good things in your job. Maybe this is a time when you have to be grateful towards your work, to just analyze whether this is the same work that I love. And if you think that you cannot change your job, you cannot change your work, then for a few minutes a day, give yourself some time to invest on that work which gives you a lot of joy. वो आपकी, और यही काम है हॉबी का. Some people say that they think कि हॉबी से पैसे नहीं कमाए जाते, तो हॉबी में टाइम क्यों वेस्ट करना है? But hobby gives you that spark of joy and love, that energy which makes you more driven to put in your 100% in your work. So this is the gist of the chapter. If you don't love what you do, there are less chances of success in that field. If you love what you do, then there is no energy, no force in this world which can stop you from achieving success. So how many of you have that eureka moment after listening to this concept about love you experience while working? If you have any eureka moment, then just type EM in the chat box so that I know that you can relate to this topic really well. Yes, Dr. Sujata, thank you so much. This may give you thank you, Dipti. This may give you a different perspective to look at your work. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपको आपके काम को चेंज करना है, लेकिन इसका मतलब ये जरूर है कि अगर आपके काम को आप एंजॉय नहीं कर रहे हैं तो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स यू आर नॉट बीइंग इन ग्रेटिट्यूड। फिर ये जो हम प्रैक्टिसेस कर रहे हैं, ये दिस आर जस्ट फॉर्मेलिटीज, दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू कीप क्रिएट एनी mind blowing magic in your life. It will create magic only if you love what you do and you do what you love. अगर अभी ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि जो हम काम करते, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपकी मेड नहीं आई है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, और आपको ऐसा कुछ काम करना है बर्तन साफ करने का या कुकिंग का जो आपको बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है, ठीक है, बट देन फाइंडिंग जॉय इन दैट वर्क is also something which is about creative thinking. अगर आप वो काम इस सोच कर रहे हैं, मुझे हमेशा यही करना पड़ता है, this is what I am born to do, और ये बाकी किसी की हेल्प नहीं है, ये नहीं है, and you are just in your complaint zone thinking that you have to do that work, then आपका बनाया हुआ खाना या आपका किया हुआ जो वर्क है वो आपके फैमिली मेंबर्स को कोई जॉय नहीं देगा, कोई एम्पावरमेंट नहीं देगा. But if you are in gratitude, I'm so thankful for my hands that I can wash these utensils, I can cook, I can do something for my family. कोई भी वर्क जो आपको पसंद नहीं है, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग दीज एग्जाम्पल्स, लेकिन ये कोई भी काम हो सकता है. हो सकता है आपको सब्जी खरीदना अच्छा नहीं लगता, ग्रोसरी लेना नहीं अच्छा लगता, लेकिन आप वो काम कर रहे हैं. अब आपके पास चॉइस है, इधर डू इट विद जॉय और डू इट विद कंप्लेंट, right? If you're doing it with complaint, then you are spending more energy, so it is an expensive affair because you're spending money, you're spending energy. If you're doing it with joy, then you can change your perspective. Just going there, having an interaction with people, or having gratitude for your eyes, for your ability to drive, for your hands and legs and doing stuff, this will keep you in that zone of love and gratitude, which will change your perspective. It will give you more joy. It will reduce your stress and complaints. So what do you choose? To love what you do or to curse what you do? Of course, everyone will say to love what you do. If you can't change, see, if you think that you don't love that, then change what you do. If you think that you cannot change that, then learn to love that. How will you love that? This is true about people also. This is true about people also. If you think that you love your family just like you love your work, then learn to spread more love and joy around them. Then only you are living the real purposeful life, because the main purpose of being born as human beings is to experience love and joy and to spread the same. This is the message that this book wants to give us. So let's start. Can you see my screen? Yes, thank you. So works like magic. So here is a picture. There is a diary, pen, lamp, and sprinkling dust of magic. So it wants to say that whatever the work is, maybe it is about writing something, यहाँ कुछ files भी रखी है, मतलब it is absolutely a typical office atmosphere. So message ये है कि अगर आप जो काम करते हैं उसमें पूरी अपनी ऊर्जा डाल देंगे, if you love what you do, then you will create magic in your life. This is a very interesting statement. Listen carefully. If you take any activity, any art, any discipline, any skill, take it and push it as far as it will go. Push it beyond where it has ever been before. Push it to the wildest edges of edges, and then you force it into the realm of magic. Tom Robbins, writer. So this author wants to say कि अगर आप कोई भी काम करते हैं, टेक एनी एक्टिविटी, ये आपका रोज का कोई काम हो सकता है, एनी आर्ट मीन्स एनीथिंग व्हिच इज रिलेटेड टू योर हॉबी, एनी डिसिप्लिन हो सकता है इट इज अबाउट एक्सरसाइज, एनी स्किल, एनी स्किलफुल वर्क, जस्ट पुट योर 100%, पुश इट एज फार एज इट विल गो. इसका मतलब अपनी लिमिट्स को इतना ज्यादा पुश करो, maximum, मतलब put your 100%, more than 100% efforts, push it beyond where it has ever been before, push it to the wildest edges of edges. Can you feel the intensity of pushing? मतलब इतना ज्यादा उसमें अपनी एनर्जी डाल दो. They say in हिंदी, तन मन धन लगाकर काम करो. इसका मतलब put in everything that you have, then you force it into the realm of magic. और जब आप उस लेवल तक जाते हो उस काम में, तो यू एंटर इनटू द रेम ऑफ मैजिक, मतलब आप उस मैजिक के जोन में आ गए हो, जहां अब आपको जो मिलेगा ना, वो एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी रिजल्ट ही मिलेगा. दिस इज ट्रू अबाउट बीइंग पैशनेट अबाउट व्हाट यू डू. So one word that comes to my mind after reading this statement is passion. How can it be that a person who is born into total poverty, starts out with nothing and has very little education, goes on to become a president or a celebrity or builds an empire and becomes one of the wealthiest people in the world? अगर हम पूरा मतलब इस दुनिया का इतिहास देखें तो बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं, हेनरी फोर्ड है, स्टीव जॉब्स, मेनी अदर पीपल आर देयर, बिल गेट्स, जिनके पास कुछ भी नहीं था एंड दे अचीव्ड unimaginable success. In our country, look at Dhirubhai Ambani, or there are many other examples jahan APJ Abdul Kalam, they were very poor as children, but then they created something extraordinary. ये कैसे होता है? And how is it that two people can start out in the same career and yet one person's career goes from success to even greater success while the other person works himself or herself into the ground with little success, no matter how hard they try? The missing link to success is gratitude, because according to the law of attraction, you have to be grateful for what you have to attract success to you. So without gratitude, it is impossible to have permanent success. So author wants to say that अगर आप जो भी काम करना चाहते हैं उसे अगर आप 100% डालेंगे, if you love what you do, then success will come to you. और यही रीजन है कि क्यों दो लोग अगर एक ही करियर में हैं तो हो सकता है कि one person is achieving a lot of success and the other person is not. Why? Because both people, maybe they are equally intelligent, maybe they are putting in the same hard work, but the outcome is different because one person loves that career or job or work and the other person doesn't. So the relation is to gratitude. अब अगर आप ये सोचिए, लेकिन ये जो लोग थे, एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम, ये जो भी आपके लिए हीरो है, जो एकदम गरीबी से फिर एकदम ऊपर आए, इन्होंने तो कभी ग्रेटिट्यूड जर्नल नहीं लिखा होगा, इन्होंने ये प्रैक्टिसेस नहीं की होंगी, फिर ये इतने सक्सेसफुल कैसे होंगे? Gratitude is not something which you do. This book and these 30 practices are helping us to be in that zone of gratitude, like being grateful, not doing gratitude. तो ये जो लोग थे, they knew that this is their path towards experiencing love and joy. और उन्होंने उस रास्ते को पकड़ लिया in spite of multiple oppositions from people around them. And when you do that, you are 100% sure that यही path है जो मेरे लिए बना है, then success is inevitable. और जब आप उस zone में होते हो, everything you do, कोई भी obstacle आए, you don't give up. This is being grateful. You are being grateful even during the period of obstacle. You are being grateful towards everything you do. And if you are grateful, then only you can go ahead. So without gratitude, it is impossible to have permanent success. To bring success or increase the good things in your job or work, like opportunities, promotions, money, brilliant ideas, inspirations, appreciation, it is essential to be grateful for your job or work. The more gratitude you have, the more you will have to be grateful for. And you should be getting the idea by now that to increase anything in your life, you have to be grateful for what you already have. अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे जॉब में I want to have more opportunities, I want to have promotion, I want to earn more money, or I need some brilliant ideas, then it is very, very important to be grateful for your job or work. If you are not grateful for your job, if you are not grateful towards people, those are working with you, then you may not achieve that kind of success that you want to achieve. You have to be grateful for what you already have, because whoever has gratitude for their work will be given more and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude for their work, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. अगर आपके पास कृतज्ञता है आपके काम के लिए तो आपको आउटकम भी ज्यादा मिलेंगे। अगर आपके काम के लिए आपके पास कृतज्ञता नहीं है तो आपके पास जो है वो भी आपसे ले लिया जाएगा। तो जो रिसर्च मैंने आपके साथ शेयर किया वहां उनका कंक्लूजन ये था कि 99% ऑफ पीपल डोंट नो व्हाई दे वर्क। तो ये जो आंसर हमने यहाँ डिस्कवर किया है, टू एक्सपीरियंस लव एंड जॉय, ओनली 1% ऑफ पीपल नो एंड वर्क अपॉन इट। Only knowledge is not useful when you work upon it. And in this world where people don't know what is to experience love and joy in work, obviously it is not easy to walk on that path of passion and purpose. There will be obstacles, there will be opposition. But if you are filled with gratitude, if you are sure that this is what I am born for, then no obstacle will stop you from going ahead. When you're grateful for your job, you will automatically give more to your work. When you give more to your work, you will increase the money and success that is returned to you. If you are not grateful for your job, you will automatically give less. When you give less, you decrease what comes back to you. And as a result, you will never be happy in your work. You will never give more than you have to. And your job or work will stagnate and eventually deteriorate, which could mean losing your job. Remember, for those who do not have gratitude, even what they have will be taken from them. अब यहाँ आपके आसपास देखिए या आपके ऑफिस में देखिए, there are two types of people. There are two types of people. One type of people is like, अगर उनका जॉब का टाइम 9 to 7 है तो they will think that I will work till 7:30. I will do something extra. Even if it is 9 to 7, even if they are for 9 to 7, they will do something more than what they are assigned to do. मीन्स उनकी जो बेसिक ड्यूटीज है उससे भी ज्यादा कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करेंगे. दे विल वर्क देयर, दे विल हेल्प देयर कॉलीग्स, दे विल डू समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा फॉर देयर बॉस, और दे विल डू समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा, एंड दैट टू विद enthusiasm. There is second category of people who think that I am paid for this work and this is an agreement that I have done with my boss, so I will not work even for a minute more. It is 9 to 7, then it will be 9 to 7, not even 7:1 or 7:5. या फिर ये काम मुझे दिया गया है, and if they are given any extra work, they will question, ये तो काम लिस्ट में था ही नहीं, या ये हमारे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में नहीं बात हुई, तो I will not do that. Always remember, those people get extra who give extra. That means who work extra. You will find out that people who lose their jobs often are the people who complain the most about their work pattern or their boss. एंड पीपल, और बहुत बार ऐसी एक मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग भी होती है किसी वर्क प्लेस पर कि दैट बॉस कुछ लोगों को फेवर करते हैं, या इन लोगों का प्रमोशन होता है हमारा नहीं होता है, ये होता है. नाउ we don't want to go in the details of what is just and unjust, what is fair and unfair. But many times, these people who are getting some perks or who are getting promotions or increased salary are giving something more from their side to the company, to the boss, because of which they are getting more. And that act is full of gratitude. Now, there is an opportunity for us hidden in this paragraph. If we are working, then we can think of, if like for example I am a doctor, I am a dentist, so अगर मेरे पेशेंट के साथ किसी पर्टिकुलर ट्रीटमेंट के बारे में बात हुई है, मे बी इफ शी हैज समथिंग व्हिच इज एक्स्ट्रा एंड शी पॉइंट्स टू इट, तो एटलीस्ट आई कैन डू समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा फॉर हर एज एन एक्ट ऑफ काइंडनेस which doesn't take much efforts from my side, but it can add immense value to her life. Or if you are a person who is working in an office, who is working with some people, wherever, if there are people you're associated with, giving a smile while delivering a product or you're delivering your goods, or means add something extra. What extra can you do? You can give a smile, you can use kind words instead of getting irritated, you can solve their query, you can help them, you can practice compassion, you can help, if you are in a bank, you can help people who are older and waiting for long. So if you include kindness and compassion, you will find out that to do something extra doesn't mean that you have to do extra by going out of your comfort zone. Just being in the state of gratitude will give you that idea, which is very simple to follow, but it will add some extra perks to your work, to the value you provide. And this is not important कि आपको ये करते हुए कौन देख रहा है, because the energy is flowing and the universe will make sure that you will get the exact returns for what you have given back. So if you are working in your family, then just think, what extra can I do for them? So doing means doesn't mean कि आप रोज एक सब्जी बनाते हैं तो आज दो बना दी, तो doing extra. Doing means spreading love and joy through different words, emotions, and actions if you want to. If you feel good about it, if you feel joyful and grateful while doing it, then it is doing extra. If you think that मैंने ये extra कर दिया and then you are mentioning it afterwards, see, I did this extra for you, but you did not do this much for me. This is not an act of gratitude because you are expecting something in return. The amount you give in gratitude is exactly proportional to the amount you receive in return. You control the amount you receive by the amount of gratitude you give. If you are a business owner, your business's value will increase or decrease according to your gratitude. The more grateful you are for your business, your customers, and your employees, the more the business will grow and increase. It is when business owners stop being grateful and replace gratitude with worry that their business spirals downward. बहुत बार business में ups and downs चलते हैं, ऐसा कहते हैं. But you will observe that the more you worry about your business, money, the lesser it starts coming to you. So this also talks about adding value to your product or to your service. So this is a huge topic, how to add value. How to add value means treating those people with utmost respect and compassion. This is the way how you add value if you are in service industry. If you are selling a product, then you have to think, you have to become creative how you can add value to that product. And there are n number of ideas that are present nowadays in this online world. But then if you are not earning money through any work, if you are a family person, if you are a parent, how are you going to add value? Let's see. If you are a parent and your work is taking care of your children and managing your home, look for the things to be grateful for at this time in your life. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि when children are very little, toddlers, parents are frustrated because they think that there's a lot of work to do. It is very difficult to take care of children, cook, take care of house, and go out and earn money. It's too much. And when they keep on complaining about this again and again, they forget that this is once in a lifetime opportunity to enjoy spending time with their children, because they will never be babies again. And it is often a once in a lifetime opportunity. And when you can be grateful for this time, you will attract more support, more help, more beautiful moments, and more happiness to this experience. अगर आप पूरे time complain कर रहे हैं and you are getting frustrated because of your responsibilities, then you will attract more of such emotions. But if you enjoy that time, even if you find that it is challenging, but if you are in that state of awareness that this time will never come back, I will never get this opportunity to play with my children, then you will attract more support. People will offer you help. You will experience more beautiful moments and more happiness to this experience. Though it is very easy to say, but very few people really practice this. But if you do that, I guarantee you that you will never regret in your life that you did not spend enough time with your children, because that time really doesn't come back again. And you will build, in that time, you are actually building beautiful memories for the future. You should love your job, whatever it is. If it is taking care of children, cooking, setting up a business, going for a job, selling a product, selling a service, whatever it is, be excited about going to work, and you shouldn't settle for anything less. If you are worried, if you are concerned, if you're frustrated, if you're irritated, if you don't like people, then this is not what is aligned with your existence on this planet Earth. You're not born here to experience the feelings of worry and anxiety and stress. You're born here to experience joy with everything you do, with everyone you meet. If you don't feel that way about your current job, or if it is not your dream job, the way to receive your dream job is by first being grateful for the job you have. अगर आपको ये लगता है कि this job is not something which aligns with me, then just, and you think that you need to change your job, then also practice being grateful for the job you have right now, so that you attract more opportunities, lucrative opportunities of a new job. लेकिन इसे कैसे प्रैक्टिस किया जाए? दिन भर में इतने सारे मोमेंट्स होते हैं, देयर आर n number of moments, and there are about 60,000 thoughts that are running in our head. How can we scrutinize, or how can we supervise our thoughts? It is really difficult. Yes, it is difficult. And there are so many times and so many minutes where things are stressful and we cannot practice of being in gratitude. असाइनमेंट के वक्त तो सब ठीक चलता है, बट असाइनमेंट के बाद व्हेन वी गो एंड इंटरेक्ट विद पीपल इन द वर्ल्ड, देन वी आर रियली चैलेंज्ड, राइट? सो इसके लिए एक बहुत ही बढ़िया टेक्निक है जो ऑथर बताती हैं. शी इज आस्किंग अस टू इमेजिन दैट वी हैव अ मैनेजर. Today, imagine that you have an invisible manager whose job it is to keep a record of the thoughts and feelings you have about your job. Imagine that your manager will follow you wherever you go today, poised with pen and notebook in hand. Every time you find something about your job to be grateful for, your manager will make a note of it. How wonderful this idea is. तो जब invisible manager, इस टर्मिनोलॉजी को सुनने के बाद आपने क्या इमेजिन किया? Can you write down, या can you type? What do you imagine? For example, I imagine Dumbledore in the movie Harry Potter. And I imagine that Dumbledore is there in heavenly atmosphere. He has these glasses, bird, and he has that notebook and pen, and he's writing down whenever I am grateful. Some people can imagine that invisible manager is sitting on their shoulder. And whenever, means one of my friends shared that whenever she is not in gratitude, invisible manager is telling her in her ears, you are not grateful here, change your thought. So you can have any idea like that. If you have any imaginary figure, if you have any imaginary father figure, godly figure, whatever you feel like, then you can make a use of your power of imagination to have supervision over your own thoughts. So whenever you think that gratitude से हम थोड़ा अलग जा रहे हैं, I am now reacting in stress, just imagine invisible manager is there to keep an eye on you, and invisible manager is writing down. Oh, हम जब छोटे थे तो हमें, if I don't know whether you have heard that, but me and my sister were told by our relative, elderly relative, that whenever you get angry and whenever you quarrel with your sister, God reduces your points, and when God reduces your points, then you don't get beautiful gifts on your birthday, or throughout the year the number of gifts get reduced. And then when we heard about it and we knew about it, we started faking a good behavior with each other. Even if we used to be angry, we used to be like very good girls and smiling at each other, because we thought that इससे भगवान के पास हमारे points बढ़ने वाले हैं, तो we will get more gifts. Now, after reading this practice, I think that it was not irrelevant, because such type of practices give you a drive. Children believe in anything that is presented to them, but for adults, we have to create certain practices which will bring them, which will literally pull them into the zone of gratitude. So even if you believe in it or not, this is workable, and this works really wonderful if you want, because you cannot ask other people to keep an eye on you. You cannot ask other people कि मुझ पे check रखना, अगर मैं gratitude में नहीं है तो मुझे डांटना. This doesn't happen, because they also have their own resistance and their own limitations. So in spite of that, having an invisible manager besides you, and who is always there, you have to be in awareness that he is present. Every time you find something about your job to be grateful for, your manager will make a note of it. Your job is to find as many things as you can to be grateful for. So at the end of the day, your manager has a long list of all your gratitude. The longer the list is, the more magic your invisible manager can bring to your money, work, success, opportunities, enjoyment and fulfillment. जितनी लंबी लिस्ट होगी आपकी ग्रेटिट्यूड की, उतना ज्यादा आपको सक्सेस, एंजॉयमेंट और फुलफिलमेंट मिलेगा. सो हमारा वर्क दिन भर ग्रेटिट्यूड लिखने का नहीं है, बिकॉज समवन एल्स इज राइटिंग ग्रेटिट्यूड फॉर अस एंड दैट समवन एल्स इज आवर इनविजिबल मैनेजर. Think about all the things you could be grateful for in your work. To begin with, think about the fact that you actually have a job. Think about how many people are unemployed. If you think that you're not happy with your job, there are many people out there for whom that job is a dream job. And they would give anything to have a job like that, right? So are you grateful for your job? Think about how many people are unemployed who would give anything to have a job. Think about the time-saving equipment you use, such as phones, printers, the internet, and computers. Think about the people you work with and the friendships you have with them. Think about the people who make your job easier, such as receptionists, assistants, janitors, delivery people. Think about how good it feels when you receive your paycheck, and think about the favorite aspects of your job that you love doing. Many times, we take these people for granted. We think that we are paying them, so they have to do this for us. We are paying them, and money is more important. We are paying them. Why do I have to express gratitude to them? This is a common thinking process. But when you are grateful towards them, then this ego thinking comes down. Because in the return of that money, they are giving their time, their energy, and their willingness to work for you and with you. Isn't it valuable? What is more valuable, time or money? So this is just an equal exchange. They are giving their time in the exchange of money you are giving them. So no one is superior, no one is inferior. It is better that we keep on being grateful for all the people those are working for us and with us. Think about how good it feels when you receive your paycheck, and think about the favorite aspects of your job that you love doing. Have your invisible manager make a note each time you find something you're grateful for by saying, I'm grateful for what? I'm grateful for cooperative people when I go for job, or I'm grateful for their helpful attitude. I'm grateful for the money I get to earn. So whatever you're grateful for, you can write down. The more deeply your manager can see you're feeling gratitude, the sooner your manager can start to make the magic happen in your work, and the more magic will be created. It is possible that you could generate so much gratitude for your work in one day that you would see the circumstances instantly improve. Lucky breaks don't happen by accident. They are simply gratitude's magical power at work. So many times we just pass this comment, he's lucky, that's why he got that. Yeah, they are not very talented. I am more talented by them. Still, they are earning more money. Yes, I am talented, but then maybe their power of gratitude is more than me. And this is not related to talent. Maybe they put in more efforts and work in achieving their goals with love and gratitude. And that's why they got that joy of more money as an outcome. So here we are breaking a big myth. The more intelligent you are, the more money you will earn. This is a myth. Because success has no relation with intelligence. The more skills you build, the more successful you become. If you are intelligent, but you are not ready to build your skills, then you cannot be successful. You are ready to build those skills where you like to be, where you've experienced that joy. Again, this comes to gratitude. That means you're grateful for that. So these things, lucky breaks, don't happen by accident. People don't get simply lucky in a day. They are being grateful for the work they do, even if they don't know about it. If this works like magic practice falls on a weekend or when you are not at work, move on to the next day's practice or practices and then go back and use this magical practice on the first day you are back at work. Tomorrow is a working day, so obviously you can practice work like magic. Magic practice number 6. Works like magic. Number 1, repeat steps 1 to 3 of magic practice number 1. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list and say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel gratitude for each one. Number 2, while at work today, imagine you have an invisible manager following you around, taking notes every time you find something to be grateful for. Your job today is to look for as many things as you can to be grateful for. This will be great fun, I think, and this is very interesting. You have to have this assignment with yourself. No extra time, only thinking that invisible manager is following you every moment. Have your manager make a note each time you find something you're grateful for by saying, I am so grateful for what, and feel as grateful as you can. Number 4, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. So what do you get out of this chapter? I believe that this is an important aspect of our life, our work. And many of us get frustrated at some point whenever we think that this is not something I like, this is not something I love to do. And this is the major reason of getting frustrated, getting irritated. And then this is expressed in the world, and this kind of expression, which is not favorable for us, creates distance in relationships. This might be the relationship with your staff members. This might be the relationship with your family members or your friends. What are you getting out of this chapter for yourself? Can anyone share by unmuting yourself? You can raise your hand so that I can see you. Yes, Sandeep ji, please.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
So work is one thing which I have been facing a lot of pressure, and since seriously, I would like to admit here that I'm not liking what I'm doing. But after going through this chapter, so when they say that even if you're not liking, to get what your dream job or the work you want, the way is gratitude.
Yes.
So that is an eye opener. So the more I am criticizing things, more I am not liking things, more situations are remaining the same way. So to get out of that, I have to practice gratitude. That's what my learning is.
Wonderful, wonderful, Sandeep ji. You're right. There must be some good things which are hidden. If we try to find out, maybe you will be able to create magic in your work area. Thank you very much for your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Dr. Sujata.
Yes. So after listening to your session, ma'am, there is saying that like work is a workship, you know. So we have to do each and every piece of the work, right, like a workshop, right? And that will create real magic.
That will create real.
So let it be raising the children, communicating with them, or doing our own job, household job. Everywhere we should be in that space of like, serving the people and then getting joy out of it.
Well said, Dr. Sujata. Thank you so much for sharing. Can you notice that when people share, we also get some insights about our life? Wonderful. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Savita ji. Please go on.
After attending your session, I just think there are few works in our life which we have to do. We don't have any choice. So keeping in mind the blessings and the good things about that work really become easier for us to complete. Correct. I mean, we just can't avoid. Thanks
Yes.
for your session. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Yeah, you're
Really feeling gratitude towards you also.
so much. And
Yes, ma'am.
you said really rightly, because you know, जब हम ये सोचते हैं कि ये काम में मुझे मजा आ रहा है, we tend to complete that job. Very powerful sharing. Otherwise, many times we leave certain things midway. Our tasks are not finished because we don't like to do it. We postpone it. Thank you, Savita ji, for your sharing.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Yes, Mona ji, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Dr. Parvi. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. I'm glad to see you here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be in your session. And it's a very good reminder today, again, once again, that, be it work or be it anything,
Yeah.
if I want good results, the only way out is being grateful for what I have.
Yeah.
And if I want to change also, I mean, it's apart from what I'm doing, whether I'm liking it or not. If I want a little change also, the only gateway which will open for a change is just being in gratitude.
Correct.
I think that's a beautiful reminder you've given me again today, that it's just like being on a train. So your destination and might change, but throughout the journey, if we are just stuck to this word gratitude for whatever, doing, whatever is happening, I think the destination might change, but the journey is going to be even more beautiful. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful. Mona ji, your perceptions always impress me. Thank you very much for your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, wonderful. What a beautiful, mind-blowing experience is this. We must do this exercise after every session. Anyone else who wants to share? Kavita ji, Dipti ji? Okay. Thank you very much for your active participation. Let's hope that tomorrow we will have even more sharings, because tomorrow's chapter is going to open up altogether a different door. और वो दरवाजा है जहां हम एंटर करना थोड़ा अवॉइड करते हैं. वी आर रनिंग बिहाइंड. व्हाई? क्योंकि ये वो दरवाजा है उस रूम का जो डार्क है और हमें वहां डर लगता है. तो कौन सा ये दरवाजा है? दिस इज अबाउट आवर नेगेटिव एक्सपीरियंसेस ऑफ आवर लाइफ, जहां हम स्टक फील करते हैं. सो टुमारो यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न हाउ टू कम आउट ऑफ negativity. So make sure that you invite as many friends and family members to this session as possible, and we will see you tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. with the same energy, and by looking forward to your active participation and your sharing. Till then, keep smiling, keep shining,